viewers, welcome to another episode of the SHOWBIZ Link. This show is geared towards promoting Gam entertainment and other African countries at large. On this show, we talk about past events, upcoming events, and of course put it in a clarified fact or rumor around the Gam entertainment scene. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back. On this special edition, SHOWBIZ Link was on ground at the Senegambia Beach Hotel at the movie premiere of The Cora Kids. We spoke to the cast and crew. Let's hear what they have to say.
Partly it says in the name Cora Kids, it's about kids. There's also a Cora involved, but the basic outline of the whole movie is education. Girl-child education. Well, basically, I think in the world we should be looking at education for both boys and girls. But I think at some being the writer of the story as well, I think at some point the whole thing of people still taking the girl-child to certain levels and not bringing them up where they should be needs to be really addressed. You can find out, like, especially here in the Gambia, education is free. So what parents are doing mostly is they just the ones that do send to school just send them to school, and they're not going to watch after what are they being taught, what are they learning, and then at some point they just stop. They will stop them from going to school, and you see that the boys are the ones to excel. So basically that's what the movie is saying. The movie itself is about a small little girl called Florence who was very unfortunate that the parents did not at all see any reason for her to go to school. So she has friends who go to school, and she has she watches the society and knows the benefits of having an education. So she eventually meets a lady through her friends who will help her at the end of the day finally get to school and hope to and she'll get a chance to get to her dreams.
So after school, what happened to this Florence? Was she able to achieve her dreams and be wherever she wants to, pursue a career in anything that she wants to do?
Okay, I guess that will be for people to figure out. But in the movie itself, it ends Florence being happy, being in school, already getting duties in school. Like she's already a class monitor, and I think it's up to the viewer to conclude how Florence ends up. But as you can see at the ending of the movie, you'll see that you will feel that she is headed for a very bright future. The junior level, it's in the primary level, and actually it does depend on what school you're taking your child to, but basically it's in the Gambia it's not so hard for you to actually take your children to school. We've got schools that are very affordable. We've got schools that they don't pay anything at all at the initial stages. I would like to believe that the president has put so many opportunities, unlike other countries. It's simply because people cannot afford it. But here in the Gambia, there is that opportunity. But what we are lacking is the importance, the making of education really important. That's what's lacking. But basically, I think it is affordable in the Gambia, very much affordable. It's my first time producing any kind of movie. I've worked with children more than once and a lot. Like before I actually went into the production of this movie, I used to make time for the children that I have. That's how I noticed that most of the girls were going to school actually, but they didn't have the know-how or the why they are actually going to school. They knew that they had to wake up, put on uniform, go and see a teacher, but they didn't know why. So that's what inspired me through my programs with other children. But as far as movies are concerned, this is my first one. As far as stories are concerned, I think I've been writing since I was 5. This is the first one that I've been able to screenplay and make into a movie. The Korra is in the movie as a source of entertainment, and it's just there in the movie to connect the children. Children being curious people, they hear a sound, they want to know more about it. That's how it is there. It is a very important instrument in the Gambia, and I personally love playing it. So I guess that's why it's in the story, because I personally play it and I love playing it. So that's how it is in the story. It's a source of entertainment. The list of schools is very long, and I did not target any schools. It's the children that found me and I found them. Well, apart from producing, like I said, I am a writer, and with my time in the Gambia, I think most of it I spent with children. Basically just giving them support, advice, and the know-hows. That's it.
What nationality are you?
I'm Zimbabwean. For Gambians, it's basically the kids, the small young children. They're expecting a lot. Korra Kids is a movie, and Korra Kids is also a group. Like I said, before the movie was there was actually Korra Kids, a group of children. We would meet most of the time in my house. I give them a time and they would come, we'll meet. Generally what we would do is discuss things that are going on in their lives, discuss any challenges they're having, how to tackle it, what's best. Would be creative, sometimes we'll just make some art. So we are looking at Korra Kids being an organization where children can come and showcase their talents and learn what's best for them in life.
Any challenges faced during the course of the production?
Yes, a lot actually. Basically, I think as Gambians, our main challenge is anytime I approached anybody for help, if it's the casting, I'm in the movie, but it's not something I intended, but I could not get any other actress, because once I approached anybody, the next thing they would say is who is involved. Once you don't mention anyone from abroad, they lose interest. So the main challenge was Gambians not having the love to support their own. That's basically it. Some of the people were not even afraid to ask. They would ask directly, who's behind this thing? Then when they found out that, well, it's only Gambians, they were like, I'm not interested. So I urge us as Gambians to support our own, because for those foreign people to be where they are and us supporting them, it's because their people in their own country supported them. If you don't support Gambians, how do you expect Senegal people to support them for you? So that was the main challenge. People here do not want to support their own talent. The thing is, this is my first time, and I was not really targeting the movie industry. I was targeting education for children. I was targeting passing messages through children to help children. So I don't really know how the Gambian movie industry is. Yes, it came out as a movie, but the main aim was not really to make a movie, was to get a message passed, to let small children pass a message, because I would want to believe that the other children will take it more if it's coming from people their own age. So I cannot say really about the Gambian, but basically I think I can say something, because I know that they don't support. That one, I'm not even going to mince my words about it. If we would only have the heart to support our own, I think this country would be great in the movie industry, because we've got so much talent. And if there is so much talent in small children like the ones I work with, what about in grown-ups? And if we catch them young, it's the best. What were the challenges? I approached so many places for their support in all this. So many. You can think of any company in the Gambia that's got a billboard somewhere. I approached them, but sadly enough, they were not ready to give. They were not ready to give us any attention. And finally, when the whole thing was said and done, we sent it to the president's office, and in less than a week, we got a response. And I am so proud. I'm so proud because it was amazing. We were not even looking for their support in the way they have supported this event today. They have covered up all the expenses. So I'm very thankful to the President of the Gambia, and I am so thankful. I hope he will still continue to push for education, because there's no the best way to make the country the best place is to educate the young ones.
Here we are with the director of the movie, Cora Kids, Bakari Soto. Will also throw light more on the film itself and other activities related to his life. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
What's the movie all about, Cora Kids?
The film Cora Kids is centered on an 11-year-old girl whose parents see no reason in sending her to school. To them, she could learn all that she needs to know at home. Later, she will just get married and take care of her husband. Okay. The film also brought to light on how the mysterious instrument Cora came to be in the Gambia.
For how long have you been directing movies, or were you even part of the actors?
Yeah, I have been in the Gambia. You can say the Gambia film fraternity for like 6 or 7 years now. Okay, and then I started directing like 2 to 3 years ago. Yes.
So, what are some of the movies that you directed apart from this?
I directed one called Tabaski Fever with Cool Life, and this one is the second one. Actually, this was the first one I directed. That one was the second one, and I'm working on other new projects.
Okay. Who produced this movie? Which company did you produce with this film?
The film is produced on a G Empire Film Production, which is owned by us. Okay. G Empire Production. Yeah, it's a new production house in the Gambia. Yes.
So what are governments expecting from this movie?
They are expecting something very educative, because as I just said, the film is centered on the importance of girl education. Yes.
Apart from directing movies, what else do you do for a living?
I am a student at the Gambia College. Right now I'm doing my teaching practice at Bakaulawa Basic School. Yes.
So how did you see the overall, how did you see the movie industry in the Gambia, and you being very young, doing other things as well, and also taking part as a director? How did you see the Gambian film industry?
The Gambian film industry, to be honest with you, is moving from strength to strength. The only thing that we lack is support. Finance, support. Till now, till the day of the premiere, there is no sponsor to the film.
Why the kids? Why did you target these children? Like 11-year-old. Why didn't you go for like 18 and above?
Great. Like these scenes that goes catch them young. You understand? Like if you concentrate on these kids, by the time they are 15, 13, 14, they will become stars. You understand? Everyone will be like, know them. Yes, this is what they do. They will also know. They will be developing. They themselves. You understand? They will develop themselves, and then they will also be empowered.
Anything that you want to add on before we wrap?
I would just want to say to the audience to watch out for the film. It's coming out soon.
Really, it's a beautiful thing, because this is my first time of working with kids. I've been acting for a long time, since 2003, but I mean, when Bakari approached me and told me about the concept of the movie and then everything, I love it. I told him I know it's not easy, but he has really done a good job. Working with kids is not easy. Yeah, one have to be really tactful to handle them on set. I was there when they were doing some few scenes, but I was really impressed, because I never knew that young kids will have such talent. Though I know kids are very smart, but then these kids are really exceptional. Yeah.
So you said you played the role of a doctor. What kind of doctor were you?
I was a good one. The thing is, the men tend to have the motive that female doctors are not well qualified or they don't know their job. So when this man happens to bring the wife in to the hospital because of certain conditions that she was in, so when they called the doctor, that was me, and he, seeing me as a woman, was like, no woman is going to touch my wife. I said, oh my God. I was like, the same qualification and the same professionalism that a male doctor that a male doctor has, that's the same way I have as a woman, and I can even do more, you know. So he was like, I just push him aside and then just do my job. Interesting scene, yeah.
Sure. So, like, what were you expecting from this movie?
I expect, for me, like, okay, though I didn't know much, but I expected it to go very far. Hence, the kids involved who play the lead role in the film, they are talented. Yes.
Any constraints you faced during the course of the production?
Nothing. I didn't feel it.
So fantastic.
Yes.
That's nice. As you rightly said, this is not the first time you've been shooting films since in 2003. So far, so good. How did you make your foray into the movie industry since 2003 today?
Yeah, I started my acting with Vinasha Production. I happened to bump into a newspaper and read about the audition that was supposed to be conducted by them, and then I attended, and successfully I was casted for a role. And since then, it's been one movie to another.
Like, how many movies have you produced now?
It's over 20 movies. Yes.
Then you are a celebrity diva, international one, I would say.
Not actually a celebrity.
But do you have any of your movies sell out of the Gambia?
Sure, there are, but because Banjul Cops was, I mean, some of them are not in the market, but most of them, I can say some of them are being played in these channels like MTV or Cine Afrique. Yeah, because mostly some people even called me that we've seen you on this, we've seen you on that. Because Banjul Cops was also aired on these African channels, also on GRTS, and then also Wrong Identity, which was filmed here by a Ghanaian production, T+. That one is also on air on the channels. So there are few ones also that are being premiered internationally, like Sarata, you know. So, and I've also acted with Nollywood stars, so that makes me
like, oh, I wish I could act with them as well.
Yeah, I have acted with Oge Okoye, Ali Noho, and Ladi Joy Toti, and they're really wonderful people. Yeah.
Apart from movie, what else do you do for a living?
I have a full-time job. I work as data and records officer for a local NGO.
Is this a turning point for you to be an actress, or it's just a hobby you like?
It's something that I love. It's a deep passion that I have for it, and I don't think I can turn back.
Where are we expecting to see you, let's say in 5 years' time?
Like, I don't know. Everything is in the hands of God.
Yeah.
If for now, like for instance, I'm single, and if I have to get married and my husband doesn't like what I'm doing, obviously I just have to give the respect and stay out of it.
You mean single being beautiful like this, but are you ready to mingle?
I don't know. Maybe.
If you're watching, Monica is here. So, that was the life of a celebrity, I would say, being an actress, going around. I mean, how do you live?
I live a normal life. I'm just a ordinary girl next door. It's very simple. I'm very humble. I'm very friendly too, especially to the people, because not everybody will want to come close to you, and not everybody I choose my friends. And if another person also chooses me and I feel like I can also go with you as a friend, yeah.
What's your philosophy in life?
My philosophy in life is go for what you believe and don't always look down on yourself.
Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
I just want to thank the production team for giving me the opportunity to be part of this kids movie.
Okay. It's a pleasure having you, Monica. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm really impressed. Kids of that age, and you'd never think that they can act that well. The movie was quite interesting, and even the acts that were done before the movie, they were very interesting as well. Yes.
Were your expectations been met?
They were exceeded. Yeah.
So, do you expect anything from Kate apart from this, let's say in the near future to come?
Yeah, I think they have shown that they're able to put together something. Because we actually sat down, people were interested in the movie. So if they can do this for a start, I think they mentioned that they only had one sponsor. Maybe now they can now have more sponsors now that they can see the work. The premiere itself was also well organized. Started a bit late, but it was well organized. Oh, okay. And the film is about empowering the girl child. Yeah, I think it's a big step. I think it's actually speaking out what the film is trying to say, and it's motivation for the young girls out there as well.
Well, we're here to witness the premiere of the Cora Kid. How impressed are you?
I think it's a lovely thing. It's quite informative, and the program was really good. Yes.
Were your expectations been met?
Yeah, sure. Actually, it was done on time, though not exactly, but well, they tried so much. And I'm quite impressed to see very little kids sending such a powerful message about education, which is very important and very informative. And I'm sure so many people will be encouraged. Yes.
Any word of wisdom, especially for the producer and the director?
Wow, she's got talent, and she should take it further. There are a lot of other issues to be addressed, and I think if she continues this way, there's so much to be done, and she should keep it up. Beautiful job.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
My name is Truman. Well, from what I've seen so far, the kids are so talented. The fact that they were given a very short space of time for them to do the little bit of acting and for the singing as well, the time was just limited. But then looking at how gifted they are in the performance, how they did the performance on the stage, it's really good. I think they are sort of they are naturally talented. Because from what I've seen so far on the stage, I think it was really capturing and mesmerizing. So I think it was just good, according to me.
Were your expectations met after watching the film?
Well, I'm expecting to see some DVDs, so that obviously I'll have to tell some other people of how talented some Gambian kids are. So they'll definitely want to see this thing called Cora, So obviously we'll have to make some DVD copies to sell to the people who will be needing to see. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.
Oh, it's been an awesome movie, very creative, and I think the theme about educating girl children is very important and something that everyone should take seriously, because once you educate women, they can make a change.
Were your expectations been met after watching the film?
They've been exceeded.
So any word of wisdom that you want to give to Kate and of course the director as well?
Well, the character Hannah in the movie said, nothing is impossible if you set your mind to it. This is exactly what Cora Kids epitomizes. It started off as a dream or as an idea in someone's head, and today we've been able to view it on the big screen, which is a big congratulations to Kate and her team who put together this awesome film. Well, I think there's some really dynamic and fantastic actors and actresses that put out their best in this movie, and we look forward to a really awesome future for each and every one of them. So I think she's got a lot in her, and if she was able to pull this through, she's going to put together so many more things in the future.
Any word of wisdom for her?
I think just keep following your dreams, Kate, and just keep doing your thing, and I'm sure you'll do some awesome things in this world.
What's your take on Gambian film industry?
I I think that has got a lot of potential, and we've seen some great movies coming out of the Gambia. One that comes to my mind is The Mirror Boy, which had 100, I think, a lot of Gambian actresses and actors, and there's just been so much more happening. I think, it's time to give the whole movie industry here a name, I think, because it's growing fast. Yeah.
Anything you may want to add before we wrap up?
No, I just want to say congratulations to everyone who worked hard on this project. It's a really awesome film.
How was the movie? We'd like to know your opinion. How did you see the whole movie?
The movie was very well shot, very meaningful, strong messages to the community about education, educating the girl child. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I enjoyed my time here.
You enjoyed your time. Were you expecting anything before you come in? Were you expecting anything to watch from the movie, and then at the end you were like, this wasn't what I was expecting?
Actually, I thought the movie was going to be more musical, but from the title. But it's a movie really that carries strong messages about education and educating the girl child. So I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah.
Any word of wisdom, especially to the producer and the director?
I think we need to give our children equal opportunities to go through education, to allow them to become who they can be, and to support them through the learning process, and they will become lawyers, doctors, just like our boys. So I think the message coming through tonight is that our children are equally gifted in everything, and we should support all of them, whether they are boys or girls, to become their best in life.
This movie, according to them, is her first movie, according to Kate. Are you expecting anything more of such things from her?
I think with the quality we have seen today, we would expect Kate to come up with a follow-up movie. The theme she chose on education is powerful, so we are definitely expecting her to do more.
Okay, and what about the kids? Were you impressed with their performances?
The kids were wonderful. They were confident. They never missed their lines, and they were very entertaining.
Which means Gambia really have talents.
Yes, we underestimate how talented and how capable our children are sometimes. The kids here are very, very talented.
From your own imagination, where are you expecting this movie, apart from the Gambia, to be sold from?
I think the message is universal. It can be sold across the continent. It can be sold anywhere else in the world, in developing economies, in Asia, India. It has relevance. The film industry in the Gambia is developing, and I think we can learn a lot from what has happened to other markets like Nigeria, like Bollywood. And with the sort of talent and enthusiasm we have here, there's a good foundation to build a big film industry.
Anything that you want to add for you?
Just to say I enjoyed myself. It was a good night out, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching a movie made here at home in the Gambia.
Thank you very much, viewers. I hope you enjoyed that. With that, we come to the end of this edition of the SHOWBIZ Link. But before we leave, do like our Facebook page or visit us on YouTube on Affinity TV, or go to our website at affinitypro.com. Thank you very much. My name is Binta Jane. Bye from me.